Good morning, good morning. It's your girl. I know it's been a minute, but you know what I'm saying? I was busy. I had things to do, obligations this weekend. But you know I ain't forget about you. It's gonna be crazy today. Stay tuned. Streets is talking. The streets is talking. Oh my goodness. I know it's been a few days, but hey, I'm back. All right. And the streets is talking crazy. You know, nothing old Trumpy does surprises me. It shouldn't surprise you guys either. He just continues to do things that he's not supposed to. One of the things is he's trying to instill fear in our hearts. Yeah. He wants us to be afraid that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Do you know how many executive orders he has written? Shit, nobody does because it's so many. It's so many. But you got to understand, almost all of those are like non and void because they have to be voted on in Congress or they have to go through the Supreme Court, which none of them have been. There's a few that they let slide through, but for the most part, all the other ones he came up with, they couldn't do anything with, right? So recently, he has a bunch of cuts. I'm trying to remember everything, y'all, because it's so much. I wrote some notes down, so if I look down a little bit, that's what I'm looking at. So many of Trump's cuts are aimed at DEI programs. For all who don't know, diversity, equity, inclusion, you know, the thing that MAGA has deemed woke, which they have no clue what the word woke means, because if they knew what it meant, it just means that you're aware of what's going on. You're aware of all the lies, right? You're aware of these things. Because once you know, you cannot unknow people. And that's the thing. But MAGA wants to live in this fantasy world. They all in shit. They in Disney. You know what I mean? Because the world they living in is ridiculous, right? So anyway, a district of Massachusetts federal judge, William Young, ruled that many of Trump's cuts and grants for the National Institute of Health are now void and illegal. Everything he do is illegal, if you ask me. He's, and then the judge is so he's tripping like we all are. He's like, have we fallen so low? Have we no shame? He said, I'm so hesitant to draw this conclusion, but I have an unflinching obligation to draw it. That this represents racial discrimination. It also represents discrimination against the LGBTQ community. Come on. That's what it is. He's saying basically like, this is ridiculous that I even have to do this. Like, where are we going as a country? I know we all have that same thing, right? Like, where are we going? So because of that, he has, Judge Young ordered that the NIH move forward in dispersing of and funding of the 357 grants that Trump was trying to kill. And it's like, this is weird, you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't like what somebody's saying or you're against something, you want to automatically like put them in jail and do silly things. It's just, it's getting nuttier and nuttier with him. Now he has a thing, if you burn the American flag, which you can, but it's a certain way, you can spend a whole year in jail, in prison, for burning the flag, something that's part of the Constitution. I don't get it. Pretty soon he gonna tell you what soap you have to use. You know what I'm saying? What washing powder you got to use. You know, you can't drink that soda. You can only drink this soda. Yeah, dictatorship is on the rise. And he's trying so hard, but there's so many things, like I said, he really can't do. And it's just, I don't know about y'all, but I'm fed up with all the bullshit that he keeps spewing. Him and his unintelligent DEI, they're the real DEI administration, because not one of them has ever worked in the government before, you guys. The worst to me is probably Linda McMahon. She's a head of education, and as soon as you ask her a question, she said, I'm gonna have to look into that and get back to you. That is every answer for every question she's ever gotten. Why take a job that you don't know how to do or you're not trying to learn? She's just collecting a paycheck. She's getting that insurance. Now, mind you, this lady is a multi-millionaire. You know the McMahon empire, WWEF, whatever, GP, whatever it is. She's the wrestling queen, basically. It's just, if you look at the administration, you're going to laugh, because it's like he just looked at the bottom of the barrel and said, hey, all of y'all, I'm going to take all of y'all. That's exactly what he did. John Cena is part of the administration too. John Cena. It's crazy. Now, talking about crazy, now this right here is probably the worst case of injustice I've ever seen. Besides, all the black killings by police officers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or slavery. This right here is crazy. So just imagine you're an American citizen. You get picked up by ICE and are mistakenly identified as a gang member. Now, you went through all the channels and you became a citizen, and you've been in the country for 15 years. They take you and they bring you to a third world prison. Okay? A third world prison in El Salvador. Now, this ain't any old prison, y'all. It's the worst prison in the world. The world. You know how big that is? Have you seen the pictures? The video? They got like these, it almost looks like large ass bunk beds, metal ones. No sheets, nothing. Can you imagine that night when it gets cold? On metal? That will mess your body up. I know there's a lot of people walking around there with hemorrhoids. I'm just saying. It's crazy. They had him over there because Trump and his administration didn't want to bring him back. 160 days in prison because you were taken mistakenly. Mistakenly? That's a big ass mistake. So finally, last week, they bring him back. But when they brought him back, they brought him to Virginia, to a little concentration camp they got, right? And then they have to let him go. And as soon as they let him go, when I say as soon, like that, they want to take him again and now send his ass to Uganda. Uganda? He's never been there. He ain't from there. Uganda. This president is crazy. And then a judge rules no, you can't. He's not going anywhere until we go through all of these proceedings, immigration proceedings and all of this, because they're really trying to get rid of him. You know why they're trying to get rid of him, right? They're trying to get rid of his ass because he knows a lot. He speaks Spanish. He is of Hispanic descent. So yeah, he knows a lot. That book, I can't wait till he writes it because it's going to be fire. I'm buying it. immediately because his story is crazy. Crazy. And yeah, I'm a comedian, so I make jokes. I'm not saying what's happening to him is just as bad as slavery. I'm not saying that, people. Let me correct that now before you guys all lose your mind. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, damn, that's crazy what he had to go through. And now you want to send him to Uganda? But wait a minute, there's something else. So now the Trump administration is offering him a plea deal. But they still trying to deport him, but now to Costa Rica. What? It doesn't make sense, people. It's like rubbing pork on a pig's ass. it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. So right now his attorneys are fighting for him. He is not going to be deported. But he just got back 160 days for in a foreign country. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I'm American. Like, why are you sending me here to prison? I did nothing wrong. This whole administration is nothing but lying, cheating, thieving ass heathens. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Heathens. Anywho, that's what the streets is talking about, y'all. Welcome to the comebacks and clapbacks. So today is a clapback, okay? So recently, Trump disrespected Maryland. And so he calls out the governor and said, Wes, you should stop talking and start working. If you need some help, I'll send over those troops. So Governor Wes Moore said in Twitter, because this is the Twitter thing, so I'll read it to you. It says, hey, POTUS, I heard Baltimore was on your mind. We wanted to send you a formal invitation to join me, Mayor Scott, our local elected officials, law enforcement, and community for a public safety walk next month. Whatever day works best for you. Hope to see you soon, right? So then Trump was like Maryland is all done. Like, you see what I did for DC. I made DC hot, which he didn't. He probably brought DC's crime up because he harassing people out there. So they just arresting any old body, right? So then now Wes got jokes because he's saying, oh, you need my help and all of this. He said, it's far. He said, Baltimore's too far gone. So Wes says this. President Bone Spurs will do anything to get out of walking, even if that means spouting off more lies about the process or progress we're making on public safety in Maryland. Hey, Donald. Yo, D. Can we get a golf cart? We get a golf cart for you, if them knees is bad. You know what I'm saying? We can help you with that. You know what I'm saying? We know how much you like golf. So we'll get you a cart. Just let us know what we could do. Let us staff know, right? And then Donald Trump's like I told you, I'll send the troops over there, whatever, right? And so then he goes, did Donald Trump, the president of the United States, lie about an injury to dodge Vietnam draft? Sure he did. And then, they're just going back and forth with Lala. But I love the comebacks from Maryland's governor, Wes Moore. Strong J for that with the clap back. This president is crazy. He talking about, I'll see you on the streets. And he said, I'm looking forward to it. Let me get you a golf cart, boy. Man, they talking crazy. He talking like he from the street. That's what he talking like. But anywho, that's the clapbacks. Well, it's that time for me to go right now. But I always leave you with a little gem to, hopefully inspire your day. Look, your win is coming, so don't worry. I know you look like I put in all this work. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Win, win, win. In perfect timing, it's going to happen. Everything is going to work out. That's what I tell myself every single day. No matter what it looks like, I don't fret. I used to. you know, but worry has never paid any bills or did anything except decrease your health. Your win is coming. And in this season, you just have to keep moving forward. Be patient and trust perfect timing. Trust the process. All right? I still need you to get up. Yeah? You. Get up, get out, and get some.